In today's video, we're tackling religion. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to be doing that. But we are going to be talking about something that has plagued people in the religious space for far too long. And that's taking the fun out of things. We all have that aunt or uncle that spews crap or doesn't allow their kids to do something for religious reasons. Hardcore religious people tend not to be able to enjoy anything that isn't made with the word of the Lord in mind. Everything else is the devil and the occult and witchcraft and all that other bullshit. Basically everything evil trying to snatch my soul away from the Lord himself. Back in the day, if you were a kid born in a religious household, you can basically say goodbye to fun. Because God is your life, and fun is distracting you from you studying your Bible. It's a tool made by the devil. Now, I'm not talking about your average Christian, so please understand that I'm not attacking the entire religion as a whole. We're talking like actual religious zealots and mostly evangelists. Evangelists are like this dude. Everyone knows this guy. Look at him, looks like a goddamn fucking lizard. So we're strictly talking about the holier than thou, I won't let my kids play Minecraft because it's a tool made by the devil to distract them from their biblical studies, and it's taken away their soul from the Lord. Main reason is because they make some of the most outlandish fucking claims about video games to ever exist. Which, one of those claims was made by a man named Dolan, who is a pronounced ex-high priest of the satanic church, who also considers himself to be a prophet, I guess, and also a pro wrestler? Which, we won't get into that because I couldn't find anything about it, unfortunately. So that's a fucking bummer. It was like a throwaway line in his Twitter account. He made a series of documentaries called The Occult in Your Living Room, where he talks about Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and yes, as you probably saw in the title, Pokemon. So today we will be embarking on this strange journey together in this weird video that I got to show you guys. Now, disclaimer before we get into it. Everything he says in this fucking video is completely wrong. So if you are a Pokemon fan and you know quite a bit about the history of Pokemon and the lore and all that fun jazz, prepare to be pissed off. Prepare to be so annoyed that you're gonna shit your pants. Like, everything he says is so fucking far from the truth. It is ridiculous, and it's all made to fearmonger and pander to the audience that he has. So the guy starts the video off by being a little racist.
A lot of things come over from the Orient.
But then he says this dumb shit.
I can't think of anything that come over from the Orient that actually had a big impact or a phenomenon type craze other than Godzilla.
My guy, really, you can't think of a single fucking thing besides Godzilla? Tamagotchi, ramen, Nintendo, Power Rangers, Furbies. Then he goes on to get the entire history of Pokemon wrong.
It started out as a cartoon, went to a comic book, they made it into a video game, went to toys, collectible card game. Now, praise God, there's even a movie on it.
This guy is actually the prime example of your average Twitter tard and how they form their arguments. Pokemon, for those that don't know, actually came out in 1996. And it started off as a video game. And the comics didn't actually come out until 1997, which, if you haven't read the Pokemon comics, you should, because they are fucking brutal. They are nothing like the cartoons. Now, the reason I even bring this up and make it as big of a deal as I do, he claims to have done all of the research. He's gone through it, you know? He's gone to the heart of Japan to really find out what is going on with this Pokemon thing, which obviously he didn't. If the first thing he says is fucking wrong right off the bat. He honestly probably just asked his kids and some teachers at school and maybe even people in his church and just formed his opinions off of that. Look at this fucking goofball. You really think he's gonna put any effort into research at all? He's not here to put out the facts, he's here to get fucking eyeballs on him. He looks like a goddamn hot dog that sat out in the sun for too long. Look at his oily ass face. Before I let this dude go on with any of the horse dung that he's about to spew out, I do have to just say this. He primed these gullible fucks for like everything he says. He went on a lecture right before this one about occultism and satanic symbols and witchcraft and all that shit because he is a proclaimed ex-high priest of the satanic church, which I didn't find anything on either. So I don't know. But because he is a proclaimed ex-high priest of the Satanic Church, these people believe everything he fucking says.
Now, the first thing I want you to notice is, do you notice any symbol up there that you've seen before? The spiral. And it stands for what? Male fertility.
That's right, male fertility. That's what all the swirlies on your 5-year-old's drawings are. She's possessed by the devil.
This thing is actually called Polyworld, but they actually had another name for it before they renamed it. When this creature first came out, it was called Hypno.
No, it wasn't. This is Hypno. And honestly, if you did any research on the fucking games and into the lore, this dude would have been a way better way to show your fucking points, because he is a dark motherfucker.
And they changed it to Polyworld to make it a little more innocent. But you see, what it actually does is it's supposed to be able to mesmerize and hypnotize its enemies. And you can see how that would happen. That starts spinning around, and it's just like one of those hypnotic wheels that they use to hypnotize.
This dude immediately fell out of his own depth with this shit, dude. Like, watch him fumble over this shit. Let's roll that back again.
Hypnotic wheels that they use to hypnotize.
So now he's trying to say that Mewtwo is Satan?
And Mewtwo looks like an alien. If you look at him real carefully, he looks like an alien. But you know, the first thing that I noticed about that thing is, when I looked at it, and I looked at those eyes, I said, you know what? That kind of looks like the things that we used to pray to inside that circle.
What?
Now you notice that he has a particular salute that he's given. And he's in this pose. Every time that you see Mewtwo, he's in this pose. Now he has 3 fingers. And those 3 fingers are always sticking out like that. Now, he doesn't have 5 fingers like we do. He has 3.
Now, he also, if you notice, does not have 6 fingers. Nor does he have 8, just 3. That's all the fingers he's got. No more, no less, just 3. This is proof that if you say anything in a serious tone, eventually some gullible fuck is gonna come along and believe you. Because look at the audience, they're not saying shit. They're eating this shit up.
But if they were the 3, on us, they'd be this.
No, the fuck they wouldn't. You can't even say that because he only has 3 fingers. You could argue that he would be doing like that. That's probably this little thing. I know that looks weird, I'm sorry. But like, that's probably a lot more accurate to what Mewtwo's hand would look like.
And that doesn't mean hook 'em horns. Doesn't mean I love you. Doesn't mean one more. It means hail Satan. It's the satanic salute that all Satanists identify themselves with.
No, it isn't. The guy is inventing a bad guy. We are only 3 minutes into the video, mind you.
Here's one of the characters. Cute little one. Everybody go, oh, come on. I know you wanted to do that, see? That's why I did that.
This is the telltale sign that the crowd here is not at all thinking for themselves.
He's cute. But the one thing I've noticed about him right off, this is Pikachu, one thing I noticed about him right off was his tail. It's a lightning bolt, and it's the satanic Z.
I actually tried looking up the satanic Z, nothing popped up. I couldn't find shit. I found a font, but it was like just your fucking basic ass heavy metal font.
Now, just by looking at him alone is not enough to really be able to say, okay, yeah, that's bad, or that's satanic. What we first need to do is we need to look at the actual production of these things. And the first thing we need to do is we need to look at who actually produced the trading card game that has captured the minds and the imaginations of our children. Now, it doesn't make any difference what I say, it's what their own material says, because their own material will give them away. Okay? So I'm going to read to you, here's the direct quote from the web pages of the producer of this game. Listen to this. The Pokemon trading card game is a new collectible card game that is made and distributed by Wizards of the Coast. What is a wizard? Male practitioner of black magic.
This was actually an interesting fact to me because I didn't know that Wizards of the Coast ever worked on Pokemon. But they made them from 1998 to 2003, but then the Pokemon company got the rights to it. From here on, he goes on a Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons rant, which I'm not gonna get into because this video is honestly already too long, and we're only here for Pokemon. So I'll be making a video on that later. Sorry, Dylan, not yet.
Now, what we need to do then, everybody go, oh, again. Oh, I know, he's cute, isn't he? Little satanic tail.
This crowd is so fucking far gone. You can tell the synapses are just not firing.
If you catch them all, you become a Pokemon master. Listen, parents, that word master will appeal to any child because they can become a somebody. They can become a master. And you know what? If you're the master of something, you don't need mom, you don't need dad, you don't need grandparents, you don't need aunts and uncles, you don't need school, and you probably don't even need a church because you're a master.
Mother, I no longer have a need for you. I've become a Pokemon master and I've captured all 150 of the Pokemons. I now rule over all that I see. So, begone, wench. I'll have my vaguely satanic Pikachu make my sandwiches from now on, and I'll be eating ice cream every day. Once you get all the Pokemons, you ain't gonna need no one, cause you ascend to godhood and grow wings or some shit. This message probably fucked over a lot of kids that had a first ed Charizard. Man, I don't even want to know how broken that fucking relationship is between them and their parents, dude. That must hurt. He starts talking about the show and he tries to attack Ash by saying this.
I'm going to tell you what they describe him as. Listen to this. An energetic and determined 10-year-old who's a little too competitive, and he's obsessed with catching all Pokemon and driven to become the world's foremost Pokemon master.
Like, what? He's a 10-year-old. No shit. Granted, he sounds like a chain smoker, but yeah, no shit, he's over-competitive. He's 10. Have you never met a 10-year-old? Then he goes after the song.
And you know, every time that your children watch this program, whether it's a video, whether it's a cartoon, whether it's a comic book, no matter what it is, they hear this mantra, this rap song that's played over again. And it says, I will travel across the land searching far and wide, each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. And then it's enchanted to them. Gotta catch them all, over and over and over and over again. You know what it does? It fuels your child's craving for more cards, more books, more videos, more movies. It's designed to do that. That's what we call enchanting.
Yeah, no shit. It's called a marketing ploy, you fucking goblin. Have you ever listened to music? Like, what? Like, every intro to anything in the 90s. Like that, they're called jingles, man. It's not wizardry.
And then there are two characters, and one's called Jesse, and the other one's called James. And listen to what it says about them. It says, prepare for trouble, make it double. Jesse and James are an evil gang looking to steal rare Pokemon. Jesse and James are stuck up, fashion conscious, and you know what? In the program, they're also prone to cross-dressing. Now, if you don't know what that means that if you feel like you're a woman in a man's body, you wear women's clothing. You dress like one. If you're a woman who feels manly, you wear men's underclothing and dress like one. Cross-dressing. Oh, what kind of role model would that be?
Sometimes I forget that Christianity has and had a rampant homophobia problem.
Okay, now remember at the first, I think that's enough right here, because I think we've got a pretty well good establishment on this thing. Remember that I said that if the characters were the kind of role models that established the kind of values, standards, and morals that we wanted our kids to have when they got to be an adult, that this game or this particular thing is okay. Remember we said that? Okay, so let's examine what we got. Let's see. Headstrong, stubborn, quibbling, self-centered, vindictive, obnoxious, hormonal, sexually preoccupied, evil, thieving, cross-dressing jerks.
No.
I don't know about you, but I mean, even if I wasn't a Christian parent, I wouldn't want my kids to grow up with those kind of traits.
This dude actually has not watched anything in years because he thinks that the moment he turns on the TV, it's gonna download a new personality and just completely overtake his soul. You can watch Friends, my guy. It's okay. You're not gonna lose yourself.
Then we have to actually say that the characters of this game don't biblically stand up, do they?
Biblically stand up? Bro, have you read the Bible? And he smote the men of Beth Shemesh because they had looked into the ark of the Lord. Even he smote of the people 50,000 and 60 and 10 men. And the people lamented, because with the Lord had smitten many of the people with a great slaughter. And literally just that passage, he kills like 150 people for looking at something. That's not even one of the fucking craziest ones. Look, I'm gonna read a few more. See, the day the Lord is coming, a cruel day with wrath and fierce anger. I will put an end to the arrogance of their haughty. Their infants will be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses will be looted and their wives violated. Just with those two, I'm not sure I want any fucking kid reading the Bible. Holy shit. The Bible is literally just documentation of mass genocides. Like, almost every single fucking chapter in the Old Testament is about genocide. And the R word, and cannibalism, and baby bashing. Not exactly holy. Sounds more like fucking berserk than it does what I would expect from the good word of the Lord, you know?
A funny thing happened. Well, actually it wasn't funny, but an interesting thing happened when this movie, Pokemon, was actually first released in Japan. I want you to see it. This is from CNN. Look at this. Because this is very highly unusual. Japanese cartoon triggers seizures in hundreds of children. And look at this. This is Tokyo, December 17th, 1997. This is when the movie was first actually released over in Japan.
This did not happen during the movie. This actually happened during an episode, which was a complete overlook from the producer's point of view. I'll play a clip because this explains it way better than I do.
Ash and the group fly away on a Porygon as Pikachu destroys the missiles with a thunderbolt. And just as this happens, a strobe of colors and lights flash on the screen to show the explosion of the missiles. As millions of Japanese families crowded close to their television sets to watch the show, these strobe effects trigger a massive reaction of symptoms in the viewers, including epileptic seizures, vomiting, and irritated eyes. Over 700 Japanese people ranging from ages 3 to 58 were reported to experience these effects from the broadcast. The episode was immediately pulled from broadcast and banned from any commercial release. The Pokemon anime was then put on hold. The entire production went into panic and rumors of cancellation swirled.
He reads the whole thing, and then he says this.
And you know what they found? Not one of those children had a history of epilepsy.
Which is a complete fucking lie.
And they went through, and it goes on further to say that they went through and even did CAT scans. And the whole premise was that at the end, they had to conclude that they don't know why it happened. Is that by coincidence? Or did something happen that they can't explain?
No, it's not a coincidence. You lied.
Remember I said that they get their energy through energy balls. And here is a picture of cute little Pikachu, and he's being energized by an energy ball. And now you notice he's not quite so cute anymore, and his little satanic tail is really erect. And now parents, if you're not up on Pokemon, you need to be. And one of the things you can do is go out and buy the official Pokemon trading card game Player's Guide. And you can get this at any store that sells any of the Pokemon stuff. I mean anything. You can get it like at Toys R Us or any of those places that sell any of the Pokemon. And it says on the back of this, catch them all, then build an unbeatable tournament deck. And one of the things you can do is look through here.
Now, one of the things you can do with this book here is you can actually read it, which is surprising because I didn't think you could read anything but the word of the Lord.
But something very unusual is also in this book, and that is that they actually show the energy balls that is used to make these monsters bigger and better. I want you to see them.
Yes, it's quite unusual that the book about the card game is showing the cards from the card game. That doesn't add up.
I hope you can see them from where I am. I'm going to hold it out here so hopefully you can see it. Look at the yellow. What do you see?
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Look here. All-seeing eye. Everybody see that? Up here is the clenched fist, symbol for rebellion, anarchy. Right down here is a powerful witchcraft symbol where my finger is, powerful witchcraft symbol, and it's a symbol for fire.
Yes, it must be witchcraft, absolutely. It can't just be that it's a drawing of fire.
Down here is another powerful witchcraft symbol, actually a New Age symbol. They call a New Age symbol for earth.
That is literally a fucking leaf.
Okay, which is a green leaf.
My guy, we can see that. We have eyes. But congratulations for coming to that conclusion on your own.
And down at the bottom here, this blue ball down in here is the symbol for energy of water. And water transforms into wind.
What the fuck did he just say? We're gonna run that back a little bit.
And water transforms into wind.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And I'm going to ask you, parents, grandparents, concerned aunt and uncles, friends, do you think they put that in there by coincidence? Do you think they just built this game, put these on there and said, hey, let's just put those symbols on there, they look cool. Kids won't know what they are, but they'll like them because they look cool.
No, kids know what that is. That's a leaf, that's water, and that's fire. It's really not hard to get that through to people. The rest of the video, he just fearmongers, by the way, so I don't even want to fucking play it. He just goes on about witchcraft and satanic symbols and occultism and Pokemon or the devil. That is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. And go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you want to start up a conversation about anything. I absolutely adore reading the comments and seeing people actively interact with my work. It's super cool. I'll most likely reply to you in some way if you do leave a comment, so go follow my socials. All of them will be down below. Our Discord is open, so if you want to go check that out, go right ahead. Links down in the description below. I got some more shit coming up. I'm gonna be in Cali for like a month. Maybe I'll switch up some of the content because I'm gonna be doing a lot while I'm out there. And hey, experiments are always good. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. That's gonna be it from me. Peace out.